Wait, you don't know what the hero of Hyrule who bears the Triforce of Courage? Well, maybe it's time for you to know your Amiibo! Link is the lead protagonist to the Legend of Zelda series, despite his name not appearing on a majority of the titles. Throughout history, Link has vanquished evil with help from a variety of weapons and supporters alike. He has traveled across lands, between realms, and through time in order to stop whatever evil is trying to destroy the world. He also looks kicking in a tunic. Link was created by Shigeru Miyamoto and his team at Nintendo while producing what would become Super Mario Bros. Dubbed Mario Adventure, the game's idea came from Miyamoto's travels as a young boy into forests and caves. These adventures led to the creation of The Legend of Zelda, which released in the US in 1986. Link's name came from his role in the series, linking players to the world of Hyrule. The Legend of Zelda is a fully open-world adventure, with no directions told outright. It is up to Link to gather every piece of the Triforce of Wisdom in order to defeat Ganon and save Princess Zelda. Many enemies and musical tableaus were established in this classic and continue in the series to this day. The Legend of Zelda was so well received that a sequel was quickly greenlit, but it was not the sequel people were expecting. Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link acts more like a side-scrolling action RPG with level progression, magic spells, and an emphasis on combat over puzzles. The game was met with a mixed reception, and it would be the only Zelda game to be predominantly a side-scroller. The CDI games do not count. Much of Link's Smash Bros. General moveset is comprised of elements from these earlier games. Like with Mario, the Legend of Zelda series became a staple to new platform releases, though not guaranteed for launch. The Game Boy received Link's Awakening, taking place in a new land with many unique power-ups and themes. Meanwhile, the Super Nintendo received A Link to the Past, which takes the overhead Zelda concept and expands on it heavily. This game debuts the Blade of Evil's Bane, the Master Sword, which has become a very important part to the Zelda franchise. This is also the first game in which Link travels between two worlds. Link makes for a cute rab in the Dark World, don't you think? The biggest influence on Link's character would come when The Legend of Zelda went full 3D on the Nintendo 64. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time takes Link through multiple dungeons in order to try and stop the evil Ganondorf with the help of Princess Zelda and the mysterious Sheik. Ocarina of Time is the first game to star young Link, who would later become his own character in the Super Smash Bros. Series. After pulling out the Master Sword, Link awakens in the future as adult Link to face a fallen Hyrule. Man, adulthood isn't all that great. While Ocarina of Time was a great success, Nintendo would experiment with its next two titles, Majora's Mask and The Wind Waker. After years of trying new concepts with young Link and Toon Link, adult Link would return as the hero in a new light, or should I say, Twilight. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is the first Zelda game on the Wii and the last Zelda game on the Nintendo GameCube. In Twilight Princess, Link is but a farm boy whose childhood friends are captured by moblins and is eventually pulled into a war for control over Hyrule by the Twilight. He also encounters a mysterious being Midna, who teams up with him, although her motive is unknown. The game also features Link as another woodland creature, a wolf! Not as cuddly as a bunny, but much more effective in battle. The game redesigns many of the series' weapons, such as the Gale Boomerang and Double Claw Shot. Super Smash Bros. Brawl uses this game to modify Link's design and moveset. As the Zelda series passed its 25th anniversary, Link would step up once more as the hero in the ultimate prequel, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. In Skyward Sword, Link is close friends with Zelda, who is taken from Skyloft in order to face an unexpected prophecy. Link must also face off against a menacing and self-proclaimed demon lord, Girahim, and stop him before he can capture Zelda for his own evil deeds. Notable about this game is the usage of the Wii Motion Plus controls, and from a storyline perspective, this game is supposedly the absolute first game in the Legend of Zelda timeline. Don't ask me where the others go, since the Ocarina of Time went crazy and split the timeline into 3, just get the Hyrule Historia or something, okay? Skyward Sword is where Link from Smash 4 is based on, although Twilight Princess still has influence. Most recently, Link has seen a spin-off release on Wii U, Hyrule Warriors. This action game puts Link and other characters from the Zelda franchise together to face off against armies of enemies for the sake of saving Hyrule from an evil witch and a malicious entity. Wait, Link can fight with the gauntlets? That is awesome. Costumes! Link may have a wide wardrobe out there, but in Smash Bros., he is all about the tunic, baby! Here are some of the more interesting costumes. This happy-go-lucky Link is actually Dark Link. an entity which debuted as a major antagonist in Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link, although he became much more well known as a mini-boss in the Ocarina of Time's Water Temple. I recommend the Megaton Hammer and Jump Slashes. Shadows can't handle that! This design is based on what Link wore in the beginning of The Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword. The yellow tunic might also be a callback to Pippin, one of the many characters in Skyloft. Perhaps one of my most beloved alternate costumes is Fierce Deity Link. The Fierce Deity is a being trapped within a mask in The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask. After trading away all the other masks in the moon, the Majora Masked Kid gives the Fierce Deity mask to Link in order to play. Using this mask is the only way to play as adult Link in Majora's Mask. Moveset! Link's moveset is very much related to his sword skills and arsenal of weapons acquired over the course of his adventures. A good amount of his basic moves come from his swordplay in his 3D and side-scrolling adventures. His special attacks, however, come purely from his abilities he's gained in the series. Grab, for example, comes from the use of his hookshot, now claw shot, which first appeared in A Link to the Past to cross over gaps. Now onto the special attacks. Standard Special, Boomerang, and Bow and Arrow. Originally, Link's Standard Special had him throwing a boomerang, but since Melee, Bow and Arrow replaced the boomerang in its place. Boomerangs debuted in the original Legend of Zelda and became very prevalent for young Link in Ocarina of Time. In fact, Sakurai apologized for using the boomerang, unaware that only young Link could use it in the game. The bow and arrow were also introduced in The Legend of Zelda. The adult Link made use of it, particularly in Ocarina of Time. Up Special, Spin Attack. The Spin Attack is great for clearing enemies around you, as well as cutting grass more effectively, especially without a lawnmower. Spin attacks became a staple since A Link to the Past, although it has changed in intensity over time. Side Special, Boomerang. Wait, again? Yes, the Boomerang, originally the Standard Special, shifted to the Side Special in Melee and has been there ever since. However, in Brawl, the Gale Boomerang came into play from Twilight Princess. Down Special, Bombs. Link becomes Bomberman for a brief moment, pulling out a bomb and throwing it at enemies. Bombs have been in the series since The Legend of Zelda, and it has been finding hidden caves ever since. Final Smash, Triforce Slash. In this Smash Bros. Original attack, Link slashes many times against a foe, forming the Triforce in the process. The Triforce is a gift from the goddesses who created Hyrule, and Link bears a part of it, the Triforce of Courage. Brought together, the Triforce can grant any wish, whether good or evil. The Triforce debuted in The Legend of Zelda, but the first fully formed Triforce was seen in Zelda 2. Future! The Legend of Zelda series continues to see releases to this day, and Link will always be there to star in its games. Celebrating Zelda's 30th anniversary, Link very recently returned to the Twilight Realm in The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. And Hyrule Warriors Legends will take Warriors gameplay to the Nintendo 3DS. And of course, Link will return as the hero in the new open-world Zelda title, coming out sometime in 2016. Even after that, Link's future looks bright. The legend will continue. And now I think it's safe to say that you know your Amiibo! Thank you for watching this episode of Know Your Amiibo. One of my favorite games starring Link is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. What's yours? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to learn more about other Amiibo on this wave, simply click on it now. If you can't, don't worry, more videos are on the way. Otherwise, if you want to see another wave, check the links on the right. If you want to keep up with this series or other Nintendo goodness, check out Nintendo World Report TV. And if you want to see what other crazy stuff we've made, check out Third Rate Minion. Thank you.